Hello, we will discuss suprahyoid muscles. Suprahyoid muscles lie in submandibular region which extends from submandibular fossa to the hyoid bone. Here there will be the position of hyoid bone. The four pairs of suprahyoid muscles are there. Here I am going to show you the muscles of right side. So these are digastric, stylohyoid, mylohyoid and geniohyoid. First muscle is digastric. This is a digastric muscle. It has two bellies, anterior belly and posterior belly. Anterior belly arises from the digastric fossa present along the lower border of mandible near the symphysis menti. The muscle passes downwards and backwards. The posterior belly arises from the mastoid notch present deep to the mastoid process of temporal bone, and from there it runs downwards and forwards at the junction of this digastric triangle and the carotid triangle, and both these bellies are inserted on the intermediate tendon. Intermediate tendon is attached to the hyoid bone by fibrous pulley. This fibrous pulley is derived from investing layer of the deep cervical fascia. Then action of digastric muscle. The digastric muscle helps to depress the mandible when the mouth is open widely against resistance. It also helps to pull the hyoid bone upwards during deglutition. The important relations of digastric muscle. The posterior belly of digastric, it is the relations of posterior belly are important, so we'll discuss here the posterior belly relations. Superficial, it is covered by skin, superficial fascia containing platysma, then investing layer of the deep cervical fascia. Then this is a mastoid process with sternocleidomastoid muscle attached to it and lower part of the parotid gland. So this is a parotid gland. On deeper aspect, it is related to very important structures. These are internal jugular vein, then this is internal carotid artery and external carotid artery. Along with that, 10th, 11th and 12th cranial nerve. So 10th cranial nerve is the vagus which lies between internal jugular vein and internal carotid artery. So this is a vagus nerve. 11th nerve, that is spinal part of accessory nerve. It crosses the internal jugular vein and runs backwards, passes deep to the sternocleidomastoid and enters the posterior triangle. So this spinal accessory nerve supplies the sternocleidomastoid and trapezius. And the third nerve is the hypoglossal nerve. Hypoglossal nerve is this one. Hypoglossal nerve, first it lies between the internal jugular vein and internal carotid artery. Then it crosses the three arteries, internal carotid, external carotid and the loop of lingual artery, and then it runs over the hyoglossus muscle to supply the muscles of the tongue. Now along the lower border of posterior belly runs the occipital artery which arises from posterior aspect of external carotid artery. So this is a occipital artery that runs along the lower border of posterior belly. Along the upper border of posterior belly, it is always accompanied by a muscle. This is stylohyoid muscle. The stylohyoid accompanies the upper border, and along with that there is a occipital artery which is deep, so here we cannot show you. So these are the relations of digastric muscle. Now coming to the next muscle, that is stylohyoid muscle. Stylohyoid arises from posterior aspect of styloid process. It runs along the upper border of posterior belly of digastric muscle, and near insertion it splits into two parts, and digastric tendon passes between these two slips, and after that the muscle inserts on hyoid bone at the junction of body and greater cornu. Now action of stylohyoid. It draws the hyoid bone upwards and backwards during the deglutition. The next muscle is mylohyoid. Mylohyoid is flat triangular muscle that lies deep to the anterior belly of digastric. So this triangular muscle is the This is a triangular muscle This is a mylohyoid muscle. It lies deep to this anterior belly of digastric. The mylohyoid muscles of two sides form oral diaphragm. They lie in the floor of the mouth on which tongue rests. So they form a oral diaphragm. So mylohyoid muscle, it is also called as diaphragma oris. The attachment of mylohyoid. The mylohyoid arises from mylohyoid line present on inner aspect of mandible. So we will see the inner aspect of body of mandible. So here this is a inner aspect of body of mandible, and this is a mylohyoid line from which this mylohyoid muscle arises. The fibers are grouped into three parts: the anterior and middle fibers. They are inserted on median fibrous raphe. The anterior and middle fibers, they are inserted on the median fibrous raphe, while posterior fibers, they are inserted on anterior surface of body of hyoid bone. Now the important relations: the anterior belly of digastric muscle lies superficial to the mylohyoid, and deep to the mylohyoid there are two muscles. These are deep to anterior part of mylohyoid lies the geniohyoid muscle, and deep to the posterior part lies the hyoglossus. So here I will show you the hyoglossus. This is a mylohyoid muscle, and here you can see this is a hyoglossus muscle. Now between the mylohyoid and hyoglossus, important structures lie. So from above downwards, these are lingual nerve. Between the mylohyoid muscle and hyoglossus, important structure lie. So these are from above downwards. This is a lingual nerve along with submandibular ganglion. Then deep part of the submandibular gland along with its duct. It is also called as Wharton's duct. And below that there is a hypoglossal nerve. So here this is a hypoglossal nerve. It is accompanied by the vena comitans. Now coming to the actions of mylohyoid muscle. The mylohyoid muscle elevates the floor of mouth and hence the tongue during the first stage of deglutition. It also helps in depression of mandible against resistance, and it fixes the hyoid bone, and also it helps to elevate the hyoid bone. Now coming to the next muscle, that is geniohyoid muscle. I will show you this muscle in another specimen. Now here we can see this is a anterior belly of digastric. Okay, deep to that this is a triangular muscle called as mylohyoid. Now here mylohyoid is cut from the hyoid bone, and we can see this muscle. This is a geniohyoid muscle, and here there will be the hyoglossus. So geniohyoid muscle is the suprahyoid muscle. We will see the attachments. Now when we see here in the cut section, this is a mandible, this is a tongue, and here you can see a cut section of hyoid bone. This is a cut section of hyoid bone, and this is a geniohyoid muscle. So the attachment is from inferior genial tubercles present on posterior aspect of body of mandible near behind symphysis mentae. From here it arises and it is inserted on the anterior surface of body of hyoid bone just above the attachment of this mylohyoid muscle. Now coming to the nerve supply. Anterior belly and of digastric muscle and mylohyoid muscles. Both these muscles are derived from mesoderm of first pharyngeal arch, and therefore they are supplied by nerve to mylohyoid, which is a branch of inferior alveolar nerve, which in turn branch of mandibular nerve, and mandibular nerve is a nerve of first pharyngeal arch. The posterior belly of digastric along with stylohyoid muscle, both these are derived from mesoderm of second pharyngeal arch, and therefore both these muscles are supplied by facial nerve. While geniohyoid muscle, this muscle receives fibers from C1 which are carried via the hypoglossal nerve. So this is all about suprahyoid muscles. Thank you.